Welcome to BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher along with BNEWS producer Sydney Bowles, BNEWS reporter Robert Paris, Anthony Matos with sports, Gretchen Carey with community calendar, and Peter Brown with the weather. Thank you for joining us. Voters in more than a dozen states in the territory of American Samoa cast ballots in the presidential primaries this week, and Massachusetts went handily for President Joe Biden on the Democratic side and former President Donald Trump on the Republican side. Here in Burlington, voters were about in line with state numbers. 81% of Democrats voted for Biden, while 62% of Republicans voted for Trump. About 28% of eligible Burlington voters cast their ballots. You may recall that Tuesday was a chilly and rainy day, so BNews producer Sydney Bowles took a trip to the polls to see what motivated people to get out and vote.
Hi, I'm BNews producer Sydney Bowles, and I wanted to find out why people wanted to vote this rainy Super Tuesday. Let's find out.
Hi, I'm Priscilla from Burlington, Massachusetts, and the reason why I came out today on this rainy afternoon is because it's my right and duty to come and vote today.
Because I want to be a good citizen who chooses the right person for the country and for the town.
It's my civic duty. Mostly for immigration control and the economy.
Because it's your civic duty, and I want to express my choice for candidates.
Because this is a democracy and I should participate.
Today, for the very first time, I voted for a woman for president.
And speaking of elections, Burlington has been running a contest to design a custom Burlington-themed I Voted sticker for this year's election. Well, now we have a winner, 3 winners to be precise. Amelia Hopkins of Francis Wyman Elementary School designed a sticker featuring Havoc the dog. Violet Morency of Fox Hill designed a sticker highlighting Burlington's recent 225th birthday. And Glenn Marshall, also of Francis Wyman, designed a sticker with the Burlington Bee, the shape of the town, a bald eagle, and the American flag for good measure. Runners-up were Hadley Carrigan, Amelia Trelligan, Ellen Salamone, and Emilio Vargas. Congratulations to all these talented artists. The stickers will be available for all voters at the town election, on April 6th. After a vacancy of more than a year, the Burlington Public School System has listed a job opening for a diversity, equity, and inclusion position titled a lead DEI instructional coach at the high school. The role has been the subject of some controversy after former DEI Director Raymond Porch left the district in 2022 after only 9 months, after an anti-LGBT incident at Marshall Simons Middle School last year. Members of the community called for the role to be filled. But school officials have said they wanted to wait to post the job until the results of an equity audit, which was released in October of last year. Some, including town meeting member and former member of Burlington's DEI subcommittee, Nancy Bonacera, worried the position's title meant a downgrade from the authority that Ray Porch held. Bonacera said, and I quote, "I am disappointed that the new job posting for a DEI position for our schools has been downgraded from district-wide director to an instructional coach for the high school. The implication with the title difference is that the coach would not have as much authority and resources as a director, and thus may not have the ability to enact as much effective change and provide the leadership that our district needs," end quote. But speaking with BNews this week, Superintendent Conti said the position has been fine-tuned with the findings of the equity audit, and the instructional coach is what the district needs now. Here he is.
I think there's been a little bit of feedback, and I think you even sort of wrote to me last week about some people worried about the title or disagreeing with the title or thinking it was a downgrade from the title. I don't know how to respond to all of those things. I think when I was initially involved in these conversations, they really wanted this individual to have positional authority, and I think this position does. And I think really our intentions are very similar to the position that existed, that this is a central office position that reports to the assistant superintendent. And again, this is a central office position that reports to the assistant superintendent that is assigned to the high school.
The new position looks for someone with an understanding of educational frameworks that promote inclusive educational practices. has strong skills in analyzing student data, and has experience leading teams effectively. In other school news, the Mass School Building Authority has voted to move the Fox Hill Elementary School building project into the schematic design phase. It's an exciting development in the process that ends the feasibility study phase and lets designers get to work fine-tuning the building. In the same conversation with BNews, Superintendent Conti said it's a benefit to the teachers who work in the Fox Hill School.
You want the building to reflect the expertise and excellence of the people who work inside of it. And so what's most exciting for me is right now, the physical plant of Fox Hill can be a bit of a limiting factor. And what the designers are putting together now are a building that better suits the teachers who are inside of it. So, you know, adjacencies, appropriate spacing, that's what's really exciting. I think we're having lots of community conversations about whether we have one softball field or two, and all that stuff will work itself out, working with Park and Rec. Again, working with the planning board about, you know, where the access, you know, things are. All that stuff's important, but what's most exciting for me is seeing, providing an appropriate space for the talented teacher and kid that we have in that building.
The schematic design phase lasts until this August, when the MSBA will vote on the project scope and budget. Then Burlington will have until February of next year to secure funding for the new school. Burlington Parks and Recreation is seeking input in their outdoor facilities master plan with a goal of improving and expanding outdoor recreational opportunities. As part of building the plan, they're hosting a survey asking residents how they use Burlington parks and what else they'd like to see. The survey asks about accessibility, amenities like restrooms or water fountains, and passive recreation activities like trails, seating, and shade. You can find the link to the survey on our website, BCAT, at bcattv.org, and search for Outdoor Facilities Master Plan. And as Weatherman Peter Brown will tell us later in this broadcast, we are rapidly approaching spring, and that means the Parks and Recreation is preparing their catalog of spring events and activities. Robert Paris has this report.
Spring has sprung at the Burlington Parks and Recreation Department. I spoke with Director Brendan Egan and another update down at the maintenance facility on Great Meadow Road about the fun-filled activities in store for families and their children.
Some of our big features in the spring brochure, we are returning to trips and tours, so we're excited to announce that. We have Springapalooza that takes place in April and May. It kicks off on April 3rd with a vernal pool walk, exploration. We have bird walk coming up as well, along with our fishing festival, Easter egg hunt this year, which we're excited about.
The employees are keeping up with the maintenance equipment for the beginning of spring, so they'll be ready for use on the fields, parks, and playgrounds.
It's not a simple thing to just open our fields once we get through the winter, but we'll be preparing our baseball and softball fields, along with our soccer and lacrosse fields as well, and working through those as we go. And then as we get into the spring a little bit more and the temperatures really start to become a little more normalized, that will all start happening. And before you know it, school will be out and we'll be in right in the throes of summer.
You can check out everything in the spring brochure at burlingtonrecreation.org. From the maintenance facility on Great Meadow, I'm Robert Paris for BNEWS Weekly.
You may recall that the Sculpture Park subcommittee is planning on bringing a pig-shaped fundraiser to Burlington this summer. About a dozen pig and piglet statues will decorate the common to raise money for the Sculpture Park and to help bring the business community and residents closer together. Now that the fundraiser has a new logo designed by one of Burlington's own students, you can see that. BHS junior Dove Jimenez designed the image on your screen. Sculpture Park Committee Chair Barbara LaRue thanked all the students who submitted entries, saying they were professional and inspired. She added, quote, "We selected Dove Jimenez logo because we love the clean, scalable design, and we really appreciate how Dove incorporated the Sculpture Park logo into their design." The pigs are expected to arrive this June. Can't wait. Representatives from Lahey Hospital, the Burlington Police Department, and state and local government gathered Thursday to acknowledge White Ribbon Day, which raises awareness for gender-based violence. Sydney Bowles has more.
White Ribbon Day was begun following the 1989 anti-feminist massacre of 14 women at a university in Montreal, Canada. This week, Lahey Hospital and Medical Center hosted an event alongside the Burlington Police Department to raise awareness about White Ribbon Day and about gender-based violence.
So the White Ribbon Pledge asks each and every one of us to really think about violence against women and all gender violence and how we can all partake in reducing it, eliminating it, and really addressing what is happening in society now and has happened for many, many years.
My job specifically, handling all domestic violence and sexual assault cases, they all revolve around some type of violence and some level of abuse, right? So it's important for me. This is the work I do every day, and I need these partnerships with Lahey Hospital. I need the partnerships with the schools, the court systems. Everyone needs to work together, and if we can do that, we can start becoming, I know I have confidence we can handle what's to come, but let's get in front of it. How can we prevent it? How can we promote awareness of this problem that we have?
But just even today's presenters, these confident, accomplished women that are doing so much work for our community and those harmed by violence, if they could do it on their own, then this would be a non-issue. Right now, it really falls so much on men because men are often the ones perpetrating this harm, and it especially falls on good men, in my opinion, not to be bystanders.
Attendees were invited to wear white ribbons on their lapels and stood to take the White Ribbon Pledge.
From this day forward, I promise to be part of the solution for ending violence against women and all gender-based violence.
From Lahey Hospital, I'm Sydney Bowles.
Are you a college-aged Burlingtonian interested in politics? Do you know a college-aged Burlington resident interested in politics? If you do, they might be interested to know that Burlington State Representative Ken Gordon is looking for interns. Interns attend daily political briefings, assist staff with legislative matters, conduct policy research, and execute a long-term research project with Representative Gordon's guidance. Interested students can email Jessica Foley at jessica.foley@mahouse.gov. We all know Burlington has become a center lately for biotech and biomedical firms, and one of the latest, Fractal Health, is moving through the permitting process now. Fractal is moving into a space at 3 Vandegraff Drive here in Burlington. The company uses gene transfer technology and produces a proprietary console and catheter system to treat type 2 diabetes. Fractal has been working to acquire the permits it needs to operate, including flammable liquid storage, hazardous materials, and biological safety. Welcome to Burlington, Fractal Health. Another high-tech Burlington firm has been in the news lately. The Burlington Area Chamber of Commerce acknowledged Viken Detection for field testing new technology that detects lead in buried water pipes. The company got started with a handheld device that home inspectors use to detect lead in paint. Now the new technology snakes into pipes from a home to the water main to determine which parts of the pipe system are lead and which are copper. Viken detects and manufactures this novel technology right here in Burlington. The Board of Health has a reminder for all residents in town. If you're thinking about getting yourself some chickens for your backyard, you're going to need a permit for that. You'll be asked to provide a handwritten plot plan, a manure management plan, and turf management plan, and of course, you'll need a well-ventilated chicken coop. More information is available at the Board of Health. Call 781-270-1955. And now we turn to sports, where Anthony Matos brings us the latest in a remarkable winter season.
Hey everyone, I'm Anthony Matos, and this weekly sports report. A couple of teams are deeper and deeper in the playoffs. Lady Devils cheerleading have been crowned the Division III MSAA North Regional Champions. Burlington competed against 5 other teams in the competition: Wilmington, Shawsheen, North Reading, Tewksbury, and Lynn Vocational. The Devils came in first place with a total of 93.3 points and will compete in Worcester State University next weekend in the state championship. Hockey hosted Plymouth South. Let's roll the highlights.
The Sweet 16 round of the playoffs took place at the Burlington Ice Palace on March 2nd when the ladies hosted the Plymouth South Panthers. After a scoreless first period, the Devils opened the game up a bit with 3 goals in the second, one by Shay McDonald, another by Shayla Coker, and the third by Anna Viglione. 3-0 after 2. The rout was on after the Devils really put the nail in the coffin by scoring another 5 goals in the third. 8-0 was the final. We spoke to Rick Sheehan and Shea McDonald after the game.
The underclassmen chipped in. We got a seventh grader scored a goal tonight. That's pretty big. We got a ninth grader scored a goal tonight too, which is pretty big. So our younger kids have really helped out this year quite a bit. They've actually really contributed. They're just not wearing a jersey and sitting on the bench. They're actually in the game and they're helping us out.
The goals are always nice, but definitely assists as well. And making sure everyone's getting in the game and helping them, getting them points as well, I think is important. We said we played a good period. It's more, we definitely kept control, but it was more we just needed to get the game going, get a goal, get the momentum, but we definitely kept up, so.
Now in the Elite Eight, the team will play their game at a neutral site in Watertown against Marshfield. Updates next week. Boys ice hockey season came to an end after a 5-0 loss to the Hingham Harbormen in the first round of the playoffs. 5 seniors are departing from the team at the end of the year. Forward Jackson Powers, Griffin Doiron, Mitch DeVoe, Nolan Martin, and defenseman Charlie Andriolo. Boys basketball was a home game in the first round of the playoffs. For more, we go to the highlights.
It was a packed vanilla gym for the round of 32 of Red Devil basketball as they took on Whitman Hanson. In the first period, the Devils put up 19 points while their opponent had 7. Burlington added another 15 points in the second, and Whitman Hanson had 14. 34-24, Burlington at half. The Devils kept it going in the third with an additional 20 points. WH added 16, 54-40 Devils. Burlington finishes off with another 19 points. Hanson had 14. 73-54 was your final, Burlington. We spoke with head coach Phil Connors and Cedric Rodriguez after the game.
I thought we played well right off the jump. We know how good Cedric is. We didn't think they could cover him one-on-one. We thought they might throw more guys at him. They didn't. He got one-on-one coverage early, and I think he had a quick 8, 9, 10 points. And I just thought every guy played good from the beginning. Defensive game plan. We didn't think they could score on us one-on-one, and they couldn't. The only opportunity they have is to turn us over. We had that second quarter turning it over a little bit. I thought beginning to end, we did a great job.
They were phenomenal. I mean, they hit big shots. They locked up on defense, and I need them to do that for the rest of everybody has to do that for the rest of the tournament. We can make a deep run.
Burlington season came to an end in Mansfield after a 62-51 loss to the Hornets. 5 seniors will be making their departures, including Cedric Rodriguez, Jaden Brem, James Ellis, Don Tagia, and Jack Joyce. The boys track team finished with an undefeated record of 5-0, a Middlesex League Freedom title, 2nd place at the state relays, and 3rd place in the MIAA D3 championship. Not to mention 2 new records were set. Sophomore Ryan Brooks in the long jump, Cam Matson, Alex Murray, Charles Desmond, and Matt Conti in the shuttle hurdles at 26.91. 10 athletes were named named MVP All-Stars. Sean Cox, Dylan Giles, Colin Irwin, Rohan Duda, Krish Almeida, Cam Matson, Alex Murray, Julian Saka, Chris Williams, and Ryan Brooks. 9 athletes will be competing in the New Balance Nationals from March 7th through 10th in the long jump, sprint medley, and shuttle hurdles. Good luck to everyone competing in Boston this weekend. Junior Tyler Vadney was named a Middlesex League Freedom All-Star in the 285 weight class, among other schools in the Middlesex League division. Congrats, Tyler. For more Red Devil action, go to bcattv.org/sports and check out our Twitter page at BNEWS Sports. That's all for now. I'm Anthony Matos. Back to you guys in the studio.
It looks like more rain on the horizon as we head into spring, according to weatherman Peter Brown. Let's take a look and stay tuned for your community calendar with Gretchen Carey.
Well, hello everyone, this is Peter Brown with a look at your weather for the next 7 days. Here we are heading in towards the 2nd week of March. We are only a few days away really from the official start to spring, which is on March 19th. So winter is definitely starting to leave us right now. As we started our period on Friday, we're going to be seeing temperatures that are going to be around 50, which again is 5 degrees above average for this time of the year, should be in the mid-40s at this time of the year. And as we get towards the end of next period, getting in towards Thursday, we're going to be looking for our average highs at this time of the year to be in the upper 40s. And it looks like we're going to end out the period probably in the low 50s, so pretty pleasant out there. Now, very important to note, as we get in towards this coming weekend, before you go to sleep on Saturday night, remember to turn your clocks ahead 1 hour. Yes, unfortunately, we are going to be losing 1 hour of sleep coming up into Sunday morning, but that means our sunsets are going to be happening near 7 o'clock starting on Sunday. So that's great news. Now, as we go ahead, let's take a look at the Climate Prediction Center is calling for us in terms of temperatures and precipitation for the next 7 to 10 days. And looking at our temperature map again, Nothing new over these past couple of weeks. Looks like a good chance of above average temperatures again. Looking at our precipitation chances, this is kind of a little bit odd. They're looking for us to have below average precipitation here in the Northeast. I'm not quite seeing this. It seems like we're going to have quite a wet start to our period, especially as we get into Sunday, where we could see the chance of, again, some heavy rain coming into the Burlington area. Again, I know many areas around the Burlington area over the past week or so have seen nearly 3 inches of rain. It looks like we're going to add close to that again. So it looks like our rivers and streams are going to be pretty high again. So we're going to have to see how that prediction from the Climate Prediction Center really pans out. Now, as we go ahead, let's take a look at those 7 days of weather coming up. And again, starting our period, starting out the weekend, looks like it's going to be a little bit soggy out there. Looks like Saturday is going to be the best day out of the weekend with temperatures hovering around 50, and that's going to be about the same for Friday as well. Now, as we get into Sunday, looks like this is going to be pretty much a washout for most of Sunday. Looks like some heavy rain in the morning, maybe some clearing skies as we get towards the second half of the day. Temperatures, again, in the low to mid-50s. And then it looks like we keep on with some of those showers as we start out your work week on Monday with temperatures cooling down into the lower 40s, so back up to around average again. But thereafter, it looks like the sun's going to come out Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and temperatures are going to move back up into the mid-40s to near 50 again by the time we get towards Thursday with those sunny skies. And it looks like we're finally going to see a couple of nights below freezing. We haven't seen a lot of that over the past week or so here in the Burlington area. And again, remember everyone, before you go to sleep on Saturday night, remember to turn those clocks ahead as we spring ahead in time and go back to daylight savings time. So everyone, get out there, enjoy the weather, and have a great week.
Hi, I'm Amy Poehler, and you're watching BCAT. Go Red Devils!
Hey everyone, I'm Gretchen Carey, and this is your Community Calendar. On March 14th from 4 to 5 p.m., the Burlington Public Library will be having Pie Day for children in grades 6 through 12. Pre-registration is required. For more information to register, go to the library website. On March 15th at 7 p.m., the Made in Burlington store will be having a Wine and Diamonds event. For more information, go to the following website. On March 21st from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m., Burlington High School will be having a MIFA Saving for College presentation. For more information, go to our website. For more community calendar events, go to bcattv.org, burlingtonpubliclibrary.org, and burlingtonrecreation.org. I'm Gretchen Carey, and that was your Community Calendar.
As we do each week, we're ending with a photo sent in by a member of the community. Linda McNamee shared this photo of local Girl Scouts cheering up voters at last week's primary elections. Thank you, Linda. If you have a photo you'd like to see featured here and share with the community in our newsletter and on our website, email it to us. That address is bcat@bcattv.org with photo of the week in the subject line. That's it for the program this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Phil Gallagher, and I'll see you again right here next week. Thank you.